today. I hope everyone is having a good start to your weekend. It is the weekend, and hopefully you have some good plans. It is going to be a pretty nice day out there, so that's the good news for this afternoon. And taking a look outside right now, let me first make sure that everybody can hear me, that the sound is working. Don't see anybody saying that it's not working for some reason. So looks like we're just going to go forward with our weather headlines for today. We are under a air quality alert, so that means that we want to try to minimize the amount of bad ozone in the air. So everyone in San Antonio, especially if you're in that more sensitive group, you can probably feel, it almost feels like allergy-like symptoms. So that's one reason why, because we do have a air quality alert for this Saturday. Now, something else we're going to be talking about is that humid conditions will be returning. We know we've been experiencing this very nice weather. That's due to the very dry air we've been having the past couple of days, but there are some changes that will kind of like just make it feel a little bit less dry out there. So we'll talk about that, and also an update on the tropics. You know, we're talking about Tropical Storm Ian, but that has already started to move farther off to the northeast, and now we're talking about Orlene, which is now a hurricane in the Pacific. So we are going to talk a little bit about that as well, and how it is going to affect our weather here in San Antonio. So right now we're at 76 degrees, feels very nice out there, and Stinson, you're at 77 under mostly sunny skies. So a very nice start to your Saturday. Calm winds, and dew point is at 56. So that means we have that dry air is still going to be hanging around this afternoon. And taking a look around San Antonio, we have a little bit of that haze you can see with our tower cam and also at the airport. So it is you can kind of see how with that haze it creates a more milky color sometimes, with a whitish, more milky color, and that's one reason is due to that air quality that we've been talking about. So you can really kind of see it more as you look towards the downtown area. But Morgan's Wonderland looks beautiful over there. We have lots of blue sky and some nice trees out there. So let's talk about that Ozone Action Day. It is going to be everyone in this gray, is colored in this gray category here. So that includes Pleasanton, that includes Hondo, New Braunfels, even all the way up to Austin. You are going to be feeling the air feel just maybe a little bit tougher out there for some folks. It would be a little bit for especially for those sensitive people who can really feel when it's kind of the air is a little bit thicker, there's just more particles in the air, and it creates those type of harder to breathe type of symptoms. So everyone though is dealing with this, and one reason is because we have those calm winds not really allowing to mix the air around in the atmosphere too much. So we are in this orange color for San Antonio and Austin as well, which means that it has been deemed unhealthy for those sensitive groups. That means if you have asthma, you can probably feel the air. Again, it almost feels like you have allergies because you are breathing in more of that more hazardous type of air. The air is in that moderate category where it's not particularly good, particularly super healthy. So you can really feel it, especially if you are more sensitive when it comes to the air that you breathe. So some things though you can do to help lower that bad ozone is to carpool, to refuel after 6 p.m. as well, to refuel your car. It's just to minimize the amount of cars that we have on the road, because all the cars, everybody that goes out and is sitting in traffic, is sitting in the drive-through, is emitting a lot of that bad ozone into the atmosphere, and it's kind of creating more hazardous type of breathing, especially when we are in that air quality alert today. So try to avoid using your car today if possible, or try to carpool. That also could help out. Let me make sure there's no questions or comments. See lots of people that are watching. Good to see everyone here this morning. It's Saturday morning. Yeah, it was chilly. It was pretty chilly this morning. We were in the 60s. We're around 68 degrees. It was pretty chilly out there. I mean, when I was walking out, going to the station, I had to put on a very light jacket because I'm born and raised here, so I am not acclimated to cold weather. So it definitely felt like fall this morning. But right now, taking a look at the temperatures, we are in this yellow color, so we're in the 70s. Pretty much everyone here is in the 70s, except for Pearsall, you're at 81. George West, 81. Catula, 81 degrees. Gonzales, 78. And San Marcos, 73. So it feels nice, though. I mean, when we're in the 70s, it still feels very pleasant to be outside. So try to enjoy this weather while you can, because we also have very dry conditions, so that helps. It helps that we don't have that humidity that's very high, so it's just very, very easy, just a gorgeous day out there this Saturday. Now, as far as how long we can expect this dry air, it's really only going to be for today and tomorrow. And then Monday, we're going to see humidity start to come back and kind of hold steady all the way through Thursday, but then start to dip back down again on Friday. So unfortunately, even though we're going to have temperatures in the 80s, it's going to feel a little bit warmer, a little bit more sticky because of this humidity that's going to come back. And that's going to be starting on next week. So this weekend, you definitely want to get out and enjoy this nice air, this, early fall type of weather for San Antonio. Get out at a park, eat outside, go for a walk, just because it's one of those where you kind of have to take advantage of it when you can, especially in San Antonio. All right, well, zooming out across the country, we have just a little bit of rain out there. So as you can see off towards the Washington area and New York, that's where they're dealing with the remnants of Ian. So it is no longer a tropical system, this post-cyclone, just dumping a lot of rain for them in that area off towards the northeast. And that's going to stay with them for the next day or two. Of course, we are looking at another tropical system, but I'll get more on that in just a moment. I also want you to see that the high temperature today is going to be around 90 degrees, so not too bad out there. But remember, we are under that air quality alert for today. All right, here is Hurricane Orlene, and it is off churning near the Pacific and near Mexico, western part of Mexico. Now, this is a Category 1 hurricane at the moment, and it's moving very slowly. It's at 5 miles per hour is the rate. So, unfortunately, if it continues with that, it could dump a lot of rain for that western area. But it does have some pretty gusty winds right now, 75 miles per hour. So it just became a hurricane. It is now Hurricane Orlene. You can see it's very far away from Texas. The most it will affect our weather is going to be with some cloud cover. It would be nice to get some rain from those clouds, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting that. All right, so the trek here for Orlene is going to be continuing north, and it's going to continue to aim towards that western portion of Mexico. Around Sunday, it should hit landfall around around 6 o'clock, with winds up to 85 miles per hour and as a Category 1 hurricane. And so you can see that region here on the western coastline there of Mexico is under some hurricane watches as well. And it's really just going to kind of start to break apart as it makes landfall, but continue bringing in the rain all the way through Tuesday. So that means we could see some of those clouds start to trek in as we go into tomorrow and into Monday. So this is tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. We're looking at temperatures at 72 degrees, so a very nice start for your Sunday. If you have plans to get out early, it's going to be very pleasant, very comfortable. But then you can see that the clouds are going to return all the way into Sunday night. So we'll have some breaks in the clouds, but we are going to start to see, it's not going to be anything very heavy as far as very thick cloud coverage, but I do think we could see some cirrus clouds some of those high level clouds start to trek in. So that will kind of just, keep those temperatures around 80 degrees. And actually tomorrow and Monday, this is Monday at 11:30, it's going to be 81 degrees. I believe tomorrow and Monday are going to be the best days of the week. So those are the days you're going to want to get out and enjoy it, because we're going to have the clouds, we're still going to have the dry air, and it's not going to be too hot. We'll see the temperatures will begin to rise in the next 7 days. I'll let you know more about that. And so Monday as well, you can see these clouds are going to continue. This is Monday night at 9:30, 71 degrees. So still very nice out there for Monday evening. All right, so we are still in a drought. Unfortunately, we wish that some of these clouds would bring some rain, but it's really just going to, unfortunately, we're going to stay very dry. Because we still have that dry air that is going to be in place. So we are going to stay in this, unfortunately, extreme drought, and even portions of Bexar County, portions in east of Bexar County, are in the exceptional drought, which is the worst category. Now, if we don't get any rain, then what happens is this drought begins to spread, and expand, which is not good. We want it to decrease, but as of this moment, we're not looking at any chances of rain in the 7 days. But everyone else has really improved around San Antonio, actually. I mean, even this yellow color, that's not really a drought, they're just dry. So they have really improved. I mean, at one point, everybody was in red. So we are just really the only ones here in this bullseye that is going to, even Hondo, New Braunfels as well. New Braunfels is actually in worse shape than us. They also really need some rain. But here's something that is actually, I'm sure fellow San Antonians can relate to these San Antonio seasons. This was credited to our meteorologist, Ryan Shoptaw. He created this graphic, and he has lived in San Antonio for a long time as well. So he knows that some of the seasons we have don't really feel like fall or your typical summer or winter or spring. So he made this graphic, and it goes summer, we get really hot, and then there's a false fall, which is maybe what we're in right now, where we get like a tease where it feels like fall. We wake up early morning and it's kind of chilly, but then it gets very warm in the 90s as we go. Feel almost like summer, feels like summer in the afternoon. So that's our false fall. And then we have a second summer where we can almost just get, again, very warm temperatures before the actual fall weather, which is when we start to get our real cold fronts that keep us below 70 degrees every single day with a more stronger cold front. And those usually happen around mid-October and late October. And then, of course, we can't forget the mountain cedar season, which I'm sure a lot of people don't like, because that's just the time where everybody just starts to get those allergies from mountain cedar. And then, of course, there's Christmas season, because it doesn't get very cold a lot of times during Christmas. So we'll just call it Christmas season. And then there's winter after the Christmas season, because we don't get that cold. And after winter, we start to think it's going to get warmer, you know, after January and February and March, and we start thinking, okay, maybe it's going to start to get a little bit warmer. So we have the spring tease, which just lasts a couple of days. And then we have our second winter, because I mean, a lot of times, like I said, winter can just go all the way through sometimes. It could still be cold even in March. We could still get, you know, we can still get below 60s. So it still is going to feel like winter sometimes when it should be spring. And then finally we get actual spring. And then summer, we start all over again. So here are some of the San Antonio seasons. See, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 10 San Antonio seasons that we have. So very, very good graphic here from Ryan. So thank you. All right, well, let's go into the rest of the 7 days, because I'm sure everybody would like to know how long we are going to keep with this nice, cool weather to start off our mornings. It's going to stay around until Friday. So it is going to be warmer on Thursday and Friday, the Thursday, Friday mornings. We're also going to have that humidity. So it's going to feel, again, like we're in the 60s, but if the humidity is high, it could feel like we're in the 70s. But technically, we will still be in the mid-60s all the way through Friday. And our high temperatures will be in the 90s. But like I said, best day to get out and enjoy the outdoors. Anything you have planned would be Saturday, and would be today, Sunday, and Monday. Monday, I think, will be the best day. It would be the coolest day, a little bit cloudy, so you're not going to deal with that harsh sun on you. I think Monday will be the best day to just take advantage of this very nice, comfortable weather. All right, well, I'm going to check if there's anybody else who has any questions. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And I'm going to leave this up just so everybody can just keep an eye on the 7 days for a little bit. And so I hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend. And if you're going out to a football game or any type of fun event, concert, or anything like that, then just be safe and, of course, enjoy it. Enjoy your Saturday and enjoy the rest of your weekend.